The world is getting smaller. Hear me out. Between the 15th and 17th century, explorers from Europe sailed across the oceans and discovered new continents and new ways to get to Asia. And in doing so, they shrank the world. They did this during what's called the Age of Exploration. It totally reshaped our planet. Okay, so why did they do it? Well, Europeans wanted to find new trade routes to Asia because the old routes were dangerous and expensive. They also wanted to get rich, spread Christianity, and expand their empires. So they set sail and discovered new continents and new ways to get to Asia. There were lots of famous explorers during this time, like Christopher Columbus, who was the first European to reach the Americas, though he didn't know he'd actually landed in the Americas. He thought he was in India. It was followed by Vasco da Gama, who found a sea route to India by going around Africa. And then there's Ferdinand Magellan, who led the first expedition to circumnavigate the globe, although he died before the trip was over. Because of the Age of Exploration, we now have new words for places like Africa, Asia, and Australia. We also learned that the Earth is round. Because these explorers traveled across the oceans, they brought plants, animals, and diseases with them to new lands. Like when Columbus reached the Americas, he brought horses with him, and the first European to make it to China found both gold and smallpox. European colonization of the Americas began with the establishment of trading posts, but soon turned into full-on settlements. These new colonies provided European powers with wealth and resources, and they also competed with each other for land. The Spanish, Portuguese, Dutch, and English all wanted to expand their empires, and they fought many battles over who would control what. The Age of Exploration also brought about the Atlantic slave trade. When Europeans began colonizing the Americas, they needed a labor force to work on their plantations. So they began importing slaves from Africa. This caused a massive population decline in Africa and had a huge impact on the development of the Americas. Because of the Age of Exploration, our world got smaller. It took less time to travel between continents, and it became easier to trade and communicate across the globe. But it also had a dark side. As European powers colonized new lands, they often exploited the people and resources there. They also spread disease and enslaved many people. But despite the negative consequences, the Age of Exploration was a time of great discovery and adventure. It was a time when people from Europe explored the unknown and brought back new ideas, goods, and food. It was also a time when the world became smaller and more connected.